Gracefield morning, welcome to Maritime and Port News. Maritime and Port News is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in all your shipping solutions. Contact the Mother Shippers House in Accra. You can also join us live on YouTube on Omanfm and also listen to Maritime and Port News on Omanfm in Kumasi. My name is Boateng. In our stories, the President of the Republic, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, says illegal, unregulated and unreported fishing activities have contributed significantly to a decline in fish stocks in Ghana. And as such, the nation has been compelled to spend some $200 million annually to import fish to shore up the country's fish requirements. Speaking at the maiden edition of the One Ocean Summit over the weekend in Brest, France, at the invitation of the French President, His Excellency Emmanuel Macron, President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo explained that the health of the planet and the health of the people of the world are inextricably linked to the health of our oceans. He said 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans, which provide food sustenance, mineral resources, energy, employment, and livelihood, as well as transport and recreation. But according to him, this God-given asset faces an essential threat largely from pollution and overexploitation, and the world has to take decisive actions now to safeguard the ocean's capacity to generate and to continue to deliver substantial economic, environmental, and social value for human development. He noted that to curb the menace of illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing activities, a national plan of action is being implemented. Components of this plan include fish catch certification, reactivation and installation of vessel monitoring system, automatic identification system on vessels, port and beach inspection and sea patrols. Adding that, together with our neighbors, the republics of Togo and Benin, a pact has been signed to implement a joint fisheries observers program as part of effort to ensure that safe, secure and legal fisheries are maintained across the Gulf of Guinea. President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo further said works are being completed over the ocean governance study and putting in place the requisite structures and processes to ensure that we complete our sustainable ocean plan by 2025 as prescribed by the high-level panel on the ocean economy on 20th December 2021. At the continental level, President Akufo-Addo said government is in the process of ratifying the 2012 Cape Town Agreement on Fishing Vessel Safety. This, he believes, will mark a major milestone in our endeavor to build a sustainable blue economy. Let's hear him.
We have a national plan to deal with the unregulated illegal fishing. It has several components, but the most important message that I have is that we support very vigorously the idea of a global convention in this area of how to control activities in the high seas. It's absolutely, countries like ours, I mean, we spend for us a lot of money, $200 million a year importing fish, which is the result of the significant declines in our stock from illegal and unregulated fishing. So that is something that we support wholeheartedly, and we would sign up and be one of the first to sign up to a global treaty when it's first is done. Secondly, together with Ecuador, Germany, we managed to convene a ministerial conference on marine litter and plastics pollution, which came out with some very important decisions about what we need to do to deal with the issue of plastics. Again, the thrust is to establish a global treaty in the area. Ghana is determined to sign up onto the initiative. We think it is extremely important. All the facts about what the ocean represents for us have already been stated. 50% of the world's oxygen emanate from the sea. 25% of the absorption of emissions, human emissions, is done by the sea. So the sea, the importance of it and the necessity to preserve its efficacy, its riches, its wealth, of its potential is not a matter that is in dispute anymore amongst any of us. So that there should be action.
We had President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo speaking at the maiden edition of the One Ocean Summit in Brest, France. In other stories, the World Shipping Council, WSC, has identified 6 regulatory and economic pathways forward, which WSC says are critical for the nations of the United Nations International Maritime Organization, IMO, to address for the successful maritime energy transition. In June, the IMO's Marine Environment Protection Committee will meet for its 78th session, IMO MEPC 78, to consider further development of the IMO's GHG strategy, which has been scrutinized for not aligning with the goal of the Paris Agreement to limit global warming to well below 2 Celsius compared to a pre-industrial level. In 2018, the IMO adopted an initial strategy to reduce total GHG emissions from ships by at least 50% by 2050 compared to 2008 levels, but details are still being hammered out and a final strategy is not expected until 2023. The maritime shipping industry is estimated to account for nearly 3% of the world's CO2 emissions. WSC President and CEO John Butler says the liner shipping sector understands the shared responsibility for the maritime industry to reduce GHG emissions, but he pointed out that the industry is currently lacking the regulatory framework needed to address key issues. To do this, Butler believes there must be a total commitment to decarbonizing shipping by all maritime sectors and the establishment of a regulatory framework that addresses the key strategic issues. If you just join us, you're listening to Maritime and Port News. Shipping group Maersk expect 2022 earnings to be around as high as last year, it said over the weekend, as the supply chain disruption that sent freight rates soaring extends into the first half. It expects underlying earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization at around $24 billion this year, similar to last year, but slightly below the $24.4 billion expected by analysts in the poll gathered by the company. Its shares were down around 2% in early trading and have fallen 11% since reaching an all-time high in mid-January. While Maersk customers face severe challenges, the record high rate caused by pandemic-related congestion at port, container shortages, and a surge in consumer demand led to record high growth and profitability in Maersk. According to the chief executive officer of Maersk, Soren Skov, Maersk, which handles about 1 in 5 container shipping worldwide, increased dividend payment to shareholders to a total of 47 billion Danish crowns, compared to 380 crowns per share a year earlier. The company reiterated preliminary fourth quarter result published on January 14th, when the company said a fall in ocean-going container volumes was more than offset by freight rate improving 80% compared with a year earlier. Maersk said last month that it had been overtaken by Swiss-based container group MSC as the world's biggest shipper. So that'll be all for this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News. Maritime and Port News is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in oil shipping solutions. Contact them at the Shippers House in Accra. You can also follow us on YouTube on Omanfm for more Maritime and Port News. My name is Nanesi Boateng. My producer, Kwekwo Bwaji. Have a great day.
Go. Wake up to a fresh morning. National Agenda, your number one morning show.